On September 30th, 2025, officers were dispatched to Walmart in reference to a reported battery.
What's up, fam? Welcome to the Marlon Native Mindstate. I am your host, Marlon C. And today we are reacting to a wild Bodycam video from Police Release titled, Walmart Bully Finally Gets What He Deserves. This is a classic case of instant karma where an individual disagrees with a ballot petition outside of a store, aggressively rips up official paperwork, shoves it into the petitioner's chest, gets struck back in self-defense, and then literally calls 911, believing the police are going to arrest the petitioner for the assault. But before we jump in, let's handle our mandatory legal housekeeping, shall we? I am not an attorney, and nothing said in this video constitutes formal legal advice. This reaction is created strictly for educational purposes, commentary, and legal analysis under the Fair Use Act. Now, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's see how this unfolds. Let's hit it.
Hello, sir.
Walmart.
Hello. Would you mind coming and talk to me over around the corner real quick?
Walmart, Citation Island.
Right here, and I had a gentleman actually signing. So while I was signing, I pitched that guy that's in there. So he came, grabbed my board, tore up all my paperwork in front of me. Okay. And then I was like, dude, what are you doing? So I went and said, hey, what are you doing? So he pushed my hand, and that's when I pushed him. So then he said I assaulted him. Okay. So I'm like, bro, how I assaulted you if you coming over here and you're tearing up my paperwork? Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I'm like, I don't know what's going on with him.
Do you want to go try to contact the RP? Do you have your ID on you? Can you do that for me?
What does the guy look like?
He's sitting right there.
Oh, okay. Hello, Officer Welsh. Good. How are you?
Good.
Just kind of explain to me what happened to you.
Yeah. So I'm not sure why this guy hasn't been trespassed off the property yet. Walmart told me that they've tried to get him kicked off 3 times.
Okay, real quick. What do we notice? He does not work for Walmart, but yet, first thing he says is, Walmart has tried to trespass this guy 3 times. Fella, that is none of your business if Walmart wants to trespass him off or not. I'm sure somebody probably feel the same way you do, maybe because of your thought process, or maybe y'all may look the same. I mean, let's just be honest. But that's none of your business if Walmart want to trespass him or not. You do not take the law into your own hand. But anyway, let's continue.
Okay, what happened today?
So I went up and he handed me a petition and I ripped one of the pages. And then he came up and slapped me across the face.
What? Okay, so he came from behind the table, walked around and slapped you in the face?
No, I came up to the table, like on the short side of the table right there.
Okay. Like exiting?
Yeah, I was exiting.
Okay.
I came up to the table, he handed me a petition, I ripped the petition, and then he used his left hand to slap me across the this side of my face.
Okay. Did you say anything, or?
Yeah, just yelled at me. I don't remember exactly what he said.
Okay. You have your ID?
Yep.
Now remember, he's the one who called 911. Notice how the complaining customer explains the story to Officer Welsh. He openly admits, I ripped one of the pages and then he slapped me across the face. And you see the big gesture where it looked like he came from, came from Connecticut and slapped him in California. But anywho, right out of the gate, he admits on camera to intentionally destroying someone else's personal property. Under state property laws, intentionally damaging or destroying property belonging to another person constitutes criminal mischief or malicious mischief, which is a Class A or B misdemeanor, punishable by up to 6 months to 1 year in county jail and restitution to replace the damaged goods. This brings up an interactive question for you guys. If someone is petitioning outside of a store for a cause you strongly disagree with, what is the lawful way to handle it? Drop your thoughts down below. Let's continue.
So obviously my partner wants, so we got a call, you didn't call, right?
No, he called.
Yeah, he called.
This dude called police on himself.
Okay.
They'll snitch.
So all we got in our initial call was that he claimed that he got hit in the face by somebody who was out here.
So I had somebody signing. Right, the guy actually, the state trooper got his information. The guy was waiting. Okay. And he'll tell you everything. We were standing right there, and like I said, the dude just came out of nowhere and I pitched him. Okay. He's just.
Okay.
I'm like,
was this for things that were already signed, or can I see it? Okay, interesting. All right.
You see what I'm saying? Man. So, and I said to him, like, bro, you don't have to, if you don't agree with it, you don't have to rip my paperwork up. Yeah, this is a federal document. That's what he don't know. This is balloting information. Yeah. So I don't know what he was thinking, but that's what he did.
Okay. What did you say happened again?
So he came out. I had somebody sign it. I pitched him. I said, we're trying to stop boys from getting in girls' sports. What he did was he took my boards, split it, and then pushed it in front of me.
Okay.
And that's when I retaliated. There was a guy standing right here. The dude said, dude, what are you doing? If you didn't agree with it, you didn't have to tear up the paperwork. He was like, oh yeah, well, if you wanna hit me again, I'll call the police. I said, you know what? Call the police. Because he said, oh, you just assaulted me. Go ahead and call the police. Because
So the petition is to keep boys out of girls' sports, regardless of what side of the gender spectrum you are on. I believe this is a good petition because I do not think, because I mean, we're talking about physically. We're going away from the law. We're just going with logic. Physically, there are very few females that can compete with men or boys, whatever category they want to be in any sport, if they have equal amount of training in that sport. Like, I'm sure Clarissa Shields could probably, put up a good fight, who probably would beat me in boxing because I don't box. I'm sure at the height of her career, even probably right now, Serena or Venus Williams could probably, ghost me, what do you call it when it's like 0 or say not or whatever you call it, 15 love. Could probably just love me to death. Okay. In tennis, because I don't play tennis and I'm out of shape. So that's what I'm saying. Stuff like that, I get it. But when you're talking about two people who compete in the same sport and they're competing and they're training in the same sport, whatever the case may be, whether it be football, baseball, basketball, soccer, hockey, tennis, you're not going to find too many females that can be the guy in that sport and compete in it. So I understand what he is saying. So I'm with him on that. And like he said, to rip up a paper just because you don't agree with it, that's pretty childish. But let's continue.
this doesn't make any sense.
So when you say you retaliated, what do you mean by that?
So when he pushed the board to me, and that's when I pushed him back.
Okay. So just like pushed him to get away?
Yeah, because he was literally in my face. I was standing right here. He was standing like literally right here, in my face. So
look at the
personal space.
Yeah.
Because he's saying that you slapped him in the face.
Yeah, no, I did. But that's after he pushed me. That's after he pushed me in my boards.
Okay.
So it's just in retaliation.
Now, look what the petitioner tells a secondary officer. He explains that he was collecting signatures for an official ballot measure when this man came up, grabbed his clipboard, ripped up completed petition pages with citizen signatures, and shoved the broken board right into his chest and face. In criminal law, intentionally destroying or interfering with official election or ballot initiative petitions can cross into statutory election interference offenses, which in several states are charged as gross misdemeanors or low-level felonies. Furthermore, shoving a board into someone's chest satisfies the legal element of simple battery, exposing the aggressor to an additional misdemeanor carrying up to 90 days to 6 months in jail. Let's continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't really see because they're in a weird spot.
Okay.
But you can see this is him. Starts ripping it up.
He rips it.
Right there. Guy tries to get his stuff. He pushes him or something. And then he smacks him.
Because it kind of looks like he almost does a swing at him
Yeah,
first.
he did a little thing like that.
Right. And he just missed.
Right.
All right, we'll be right back.
Okay, real quick. I want to see that again. See if we can't see what happened. So see, they're between the glass. What happened behind the glass?
Yeah.
So the guy is on like the side of the table, right?
Starts ripping
And rips the paper. Okay, we see he just ripped it. So the guy's trying to grab his paper. Like, what are you doing? We see that. And it looks like the customer, if you want to call him, looks like he motions to the guy, to the petitioner, as maybe like trying to strike him or push him back or what have you. But you don't rip the man's paper, so you are the aggressor. That's what people don't understand. You can't grab something or take something of mine and then tear it up and don't expect me like to reach out and either grab it or push you away to get my property back when you're destroying property that does not belong to you. So that's why he thought that this brother was going to get charged with assault, because the brother reached out to him probably first, but you have my property and you tore my stuff up. So I'm just trying to reach out and grab it. What is he supposed to do? What, you know what I'm saying? Jump back and cry and say, oh, no, don't do that. I can't believe you did that. Start crying. No, that's not how this works in the real world. And I think the police understands that. But let's keep watching.
There.
All right.
Guy tries to get stuff, he pushes him or something, and then he smacks him.
Yep.
It kind of looks like he almost does a swing at him.
Now, this is the pivotal moment of the entire call. The officers step inside security to review Walmart's high-definition surveillance cameras. The footage shows the complainant aggressively walking up, snatching the papers, tearing them into pieces, and shoving his hand and board right into the petitioner's space before any physical retaliation occurs. Under the legal doctrine of self-defense, a person who is unlawfully assaulted or reasonably fears imminent physical harm has the right to use proportional, non-deadly force to defend themselves and protect their property. Because the customer initiated physical aggression, the petitioner's physical response was classified as lawful self-defense, completely clearing him of battery charges. All right, let's continue.
So we took a look at the video. Based on what I saw, I mean, it looks like he was kind of the aggressor in this situation. You were just kind of pushing him.
I was trying to listen the whole time because I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you guys seen it on the news. We've been getting a lot of flack for this, and this is a lot of people think it's against transgender, and it's not. What it is basically making sure we protect girls and girl sports. So what's been happening? If you guys watch the Olympics, you've seen two transgenders fight, competing for.
Yeah, no, I got you. So one of the things I want to get at is we're going to see if Walmart just wants to like trespass him, get him off the property. Okay. Would you want to go any further than that and like pursue any?
Yeah, because just make him so he doesn't try to do this with any other people because this, like, how am I going to turn that in? So now I got to sit down and I got to try to pace this up so that it can go through, so that they can actually count this towards getting it on the ballot.
Yeah, and honestly, like, one of the problems we're running into is like I feel like that's got to be a crime somehow. I just don't know which one it is, right? So we're kind of looking a little bit to see.
Yeah, because it's crazy, man. Look at this. What's happening is whatever group they're in, they're on Facebook. So they telling them that wherever locations we're at, hey, they're at this location. This is what's going on with them.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll pursue it because in some states it's considered a felony if you infringe on the balloting process.
Yep.
So we're still working through all this, looking at the videos, calling people, and seeing what the best course of action is going to be. So just hang tight for a couple more minutes, right?
Is there anything else you would like to add to your statement?
No, that's it. Just hopefully this guy don't do something, the same thing to somebody else, because that's not cool.
I got you. Is what you have said here in the statement true to the best of your knowledge and recollection?
Yes, it is.
Okay. This interview is concluded at 18:55. So what we're going to do is he's going to be trespassed from this location. Okay. So we're going to serve him a cite that includes, it's essentially an arrest, but we're not actually taking him to jail. We're just giving him a court date to show up to. Okay. But we're also going to give him a trespass, so we're going to make sure that he leaves the property after that.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm gonna leave too, because I had too many people calling like, yo, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm not shook or nothing.
Yeah.
It's just,
He got trespassed.
I was like way out of context, and I'm like, man.
All right, want to talk to this guy? All right, David. There's your ID back. So what's going to happen today is the first thing is they are going to have you trespass from Walmart. They want you to come back onto Walmart property. So this is a trespass notice that's valid for 3 years from today's date. If you come back, you risk being arrested. I'm not. Yeah, it's just this one. Okay. All right. So I'll have you sign that real quick.
Is he going to be trespassed?
Nope.
What's going to happen to him?
I'll explain that here in a minute. That's your copy. This is going to be a criminal citation for you for malicious mischief. All right. So on the top here, you're going to have a court date. All right.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Do you have any other questions?
What's going to happen to him?
He's going to go about his day.
Look at the absolute shock on the customer's face when the officers hand him a criminal citation for malicious mischief and serve him a formal 3-year criminal trespass notice on behalf of Walmart. When property owners or authorized staff request a person to be banned, remaining on or returning to that private commercial property violates criminal trespass laws under state statutes, which is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days to 1 year in jail if violated. Instead of watching the petitioner get hauled away in handcuffs, the bully is now walking away with a court date and a criminal record. Let's continue.
Nothing for slapping me across the face?
If you want to give a statement, I can read you your Miranda rights and you can give us a statement.
You saw it on video.
Yep.
I also saw you rip his property on video.
That gives him the right to slap me across the face?
Yep.
Like I said, if you want, the copy of the case number is on there. If you want to deal with that, then you can have a copy of the case report. You can request it.
I just want to know why.
Nice record.
I just explained everything to you right before you started recording.
But
You are now trespassing this property, so if you
I
want
can
to
move
go.
Time to
across
go.
the property. I'd just like to speak with you.
What is there to talk about?
I want to know why he can slap me across the face and have no repercussions.
Just keep walking. Just go. I got a feeling this guy's part of the LMNOP community. I'm just saying, because why you feel so adamant or so strongly about your belief that you would think it's okay to tear up somebody else's property? You could have easily, like this guy did, talked to the Walmart store officials or whoever, fill out a form to where you could have your own petition, get you a table, sit across from this fella, and have people sign your petition, whatever your belief is, whatever you think should be able to happen. Not, oh my gosh, he's transphobic or LMNOP phobic or whatever the case may be. And I need you to sign a petition to keep what he's trying to do off the ballot. You could have easily done that, but no, you got in your feelings, got in your emotions, got in your estrogen, and went and assaulted this man and his property. I'm sorry, man. I cannot feel sorry for you, but let's go.
Why does he have no repercussions for slapping me across the face?
Because you walked up to him, took his property,
Exactly.
and then pushed him, and he responded by defending himself.
I did not push him.
Okay, the video shows otherwise. And you damaged his property.
I did not push him.
Okay,
He
well, you
slapped
damaged
me
his
across-
property, and there was some kind of altercation prior to
him slapping me across the face.
Can I tell you something? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
There we go.
You can exercise this right at any time. Do you want to keep talking?
He slapped me across the face.
Okay.
Listen to the officer. Read him his Miranda warnings right on the sidewalk after he keeps complaining and arguing. The officer tells him straight up, you damaged his property and initiated the physical contact. When an officer issues a criminal citation in order you to leave private property under a trespass warning, continuing to stand around arguing or demanding a supervisor can immediately escalate into an on-the-spot physical arrest for obstructing of a peace officer and refusal to leave, carrying up to 1 year in jail. Man, let's see if we can't finish this out.
Why did you rip up the documents right in front of him, the signatures? And why did you shove it right into his chest?
I
in a
did not
forceful
shove
motion?
it.
That's what it looks to be in the video. So why did you do that?
I'm not going to answer.
Okay.
Yeah,
You don't
that's
have
your
to
best
answer,
bet.
but you do have to leave the property.
That's your best bet.
I just want to know why he's not being like.
We just explained that to you.
Let's do it.
Gets
All
away
right.
with it.
No, he doesn't get away with it. But you are trespass, so you need to leave.
I would
that.
like to speak to a sergeant.
That's not going to happen today. You can call.
Walk out,
You
dude.
have to leave the property.
If you refuse to leave, we're going to arrest you.
This is ridiculous. I mean, like, are you kidding me?
You can explain that all at your court date. But you need to leave the property.
Really messed up. You man,
There's kids, dude. There's kids.
sit on it.
See? You don't even have respect for kids.
Transphobe, piece of shit. Get a real f***ing job.
See? He don't have respect for kids or other people.
Like, do you guys hate trans people too?
Oh.
I mean, like, what's going on?
You've got to leave the property, or you'll be arrested for trespassing. Okay?
There's
They
people-
tried to get him trespassed on the property, and they said this was public property.
You're
How you know?
being ordered to leave this property or you will be booked into jail.
Yeah.
The man was charged with malicious mischief, issued a scheduled court date, and criminally trespassed from Walmart for 3 years.
Again, what business is it of yours if Walmart tried to have him trespass 3 different times? You're not an employee. You don't own Walmart. Why do you care? Like I said, just go and set up your own table so people can sign your petition to see what happened. And see how you feel if somebody grabs your paperwork and rips it up and throws it back at you in your face. See what happens. You're lucky you found you a nice one, because some people ain't that nice. Because he probably, he could have hauled out. Because you see, this dude wasn't even trying to have a physical confrontation. It was almost like he was trying to bait the dude. You know what I'm saying? And the dude went a little bit out, with the slap. And he like, oh, I'm finna call the police now. Yeah, and then it backfired on you. But what a textbook lesson in legal accountability. The man who thought he could destroy property and manipulate 911 to get his opponent arrested ended up leaving with a criminal citation for malicious mischief, a mandatory court date, and a 3-year criminal trespass ban from Walmart. For our final interactive question with you guys, do you think issuing a criminal citation and a 3-year store ban was enough punishment for tearing up ballot signatures, or should officers have physically booked him into jail? I personally think they gave him too many chances. They told him, we only see a 10-minute video, and it seemed like maybe the last couple of minutes, they told him he had to leave the property and he was trespassing. So imagine what we didn't see and how long he was there, and how many times they probably told him totally that he's trespassing. He had to leave the property. I personally think they gave him too many chances. They were lenient on, they were soft on him, and allowed him to walk away once it got dark. Because hell, they came when it was daylight. But you know what I'm saying? But anyway, tell me what you think. Drop your answers in the comment section below. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next breakdown. Stay safe out there. I leave you in peace and love, and I'll see you on the other side.
What we're doing is protected by the Constitution, gathering signatures and involving people in the voting process.
That's Brian Haywood, founder and sponsor of Let's Go Washington, a political action committee that's working to launch 2 initiatives.
Stealing, defacing, intimidating, harassing, assaulting, those are all things that are clearly not okay in a civil society.
That's what he says happened outside a Walmart in Covington 2 weeks ago. Haywood says his representative was sitting at a table here outside the store when a man came up to him asking him to sign his petition, a petition that aims to ban trans girls from competing on girls' sports teams in K-12 schools. But when he was handed the papers, Haywood says he ran off and ripped them. What happened next has Haywood concerned. Haywood says when officers responded, they handcuffed the man, but whispered in his ear that they were doing it just for show and that it was more for the petitioner to see.
I'd be really pissed off if I were him.
On Facebook, the city of Covington criticized the deputy's response, and the city manager did too when he spoke to me over the phone.
We hold our police officers to an extremely high standard, and sometimes when they dip below that standard, unfortunately, our trust deviates. But they're human too.
Covington contracts with the King County Sheriff's Office. They responded to the criticism, writing, quote, "We are reviewing the incident involving the signature gatherer at Walmart. We will be meeting with the officers at Covington PD to ensure we appropriately respond to this type of incident in the future." They also said while the suspect was not booked in jail, the case was sent to prosecutors the same day. Meantime, Haywood says more of his signature gatherers are being harassed than ever before. Last month, a woman was arrested and charged with ripping up a Let's Go Washington initiative petition in front of a Tacoma Fred Meyer.
The violence is about 10 times what we saw. Just in the first 2 weeks, it's about 10 times what we saw in all of last year when we were gathering signatures.
Maddie White, King 5 News.